Hello. We have an intro now.
Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Fellas, I feel this is my lucky day.
Brilliant.
Oh, that was cool.
But yeah, all credit goes out to Matt Kearns for putting that together for me. But that being said, we're here. We're talking about So Bad They're Good movies. So this is going to be a really interesting one because what one person thinks is So Bad They're Good is someone else may just not like. So, but I've got a great panel here. Over to my left, we've got Haley. Haley, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great. As I've said, I'm super excited for this. I can't wait to see what we consider good movies, bad movies, and just I can't wait to hear from y'all. This is the best panel to have for this.
Yeah, and someone that I literally probably couldn't do this without is Bull Carriola. Bull, how's it going?
I mean, I've literally built my entire online persona on knowing garbage movies. So this is my time to shine, motherfuckers. Let's do this.
But also we've got Anthony. Anthony, how's it going?
I can't wait to tell Bill. Never saw it. Never saw it. What is this movie you're speaking of? There's no way that exists as a movie. I cannot wait to say that at least 50 times in this. This is great because he built his online persona like this. This is how I built my kingdom, is with movies so bad that I think they're good.
And Chad, how's it going?
It's going great. Honestly, I'm not sure how this is going to go for me. There's a lot of movies I see, and some I think are good. But then when I was going through trying to figure out ones that are so bad that they're good, I was like, I don't know. I think that one's a good movie. I think that one's a good movie. So we'll see. I have a list.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I found a whole bunch of lists online. It's like, I did cherry pick some of them because it's like that is one of those ones that just really is. I enjoy it for many reasons, but I do understand that the quality is not quite there as well. But it's still a good movie. But with that being said, how the show works is we go around the thing and say each nominate a movie, and then the rest of us say yes or no to it. And once we get 12, then we form a list. So with that being said, I'm going to go to Haley first. Haley, how's it going?
Are we picking it?
Movie?
Okay, this is going to be no surprise to anyone. So you know the whole fact of like you can't enjoy something as a joke, or eventually your brain will just tick into like enjoying it wholeheartedly. That happened when I watched the Twilight franchise. It's so bad, but the Twilight movie, absolutely hilarious if you look at it as a comedy. One of the vampires just carries a whole bag of hard-boiled eggs. There's the, hey, Bella, look, it's a worm on a stick. The dialogue is so bad, but it is the funniest thing ever. I was in tears laughing because I just kind of pretended it was a comedy for an hour and a half. And so that's why I'm thinking it should go on this list.
So you're going specifically the first one?
I'm going specifically the first one. Another movie from the franchise might end up on here, though.
Yeah. Bull, what do you say about Twilight?
I mean, Bring It On Part 2 is the best Twilight movie, hands down. It's not even close. That whole series was worth it just to get to it because we had wooden cardboard cutout Kristen Stewart all of a sudden having to overdo everything to the nth degree, and it is amazing. It is so worth it. It is also the greatest X-Men movie we never got because the everyone has a special power fight at the end was just amazing. And then they took it away from us, and I was like, fuck you, movie. But Twilight Bring It On Part 2. The first one is like, what the fuck is even anything that? I mean, Jesus Lord. Wow. I don't even want to get into it. It's a lot of emotional manipulation, and it's kind of weird, but I don't know. It's what do you expect when your whole book series is a It's a metaphor for abstinence. It's problematic.
So was that a yes or no that Twilight belongs on a top 12 list?
Twilight, the first one, no. I will put in a vote if Breaking Dawn Part 2 fucking immediately gets on there.
But Anthony, what do you say about the first Twilight?
Yeah, I have a very similar feeling to Bill. The last one did kind of have a little bit extra that you could look at. The first one, I mean, maybe a rewatch to watch it as a straight comedy might do it for me, but I've watched it one time and that did it for me. It was so bad that it was bad, in my opinion. Maybe a second watch of looking at it a different way might change it, but it was just bad for me. Just overall, just God, what did they do?
Chad, what do you have to say about the first Twilight?
Being the age I was when these movies came out, I was really hardcore in the whole Harry Potter versus Twilight type of thing, so I never ever tried to watch these. I haven't seen it.
But with that being said, I'm actually on Haley's side on this. I just recently rewatched all the Twilight movies, and I don't know why I got more enjoyment out of them watching them this time, and even watching them as just movies. I would have said yes, but unfortunately, because it is a tie, it is. This first one's not going to make the list, sadly. But
I feel another one will be on here. Though.
Just watch it, accepting it's an atrocity.
But Bull, what is your first one you're going to bring up?
I mean, is it anything else? Guys, cinema peaked in 1987 when Andy Sedaris made Hard Ticket to Hawaii, which is...
Oh, I did actually think this was going to be your first pick.
a crowning achievement in cinema. This movie has a snake that is contaminated from toxins by cancer rats. Don't think about it. Just accept it. There are frisbees with razor blades. A guy blows up a blow-up doll with a bazooka. So much
essential part.
Unnecessary nudity. And it somehow also passes the Bechdel test. This movie's a fucking slam dunk. It is amazing. It is quotable. It is never boring. It is awesome.
Free on YouTube.
It is.
Yeah. You should watch it right now. Is your nose bigger than your dick? Is like fucking top 5 all time. Top 5 line. It's so good. Fucking yes. Everyone I have showed this movie to, it has changed their life.
Anthony, what do you say about Hard Ticket to Hawaii?
Okay. As he says, everyone he has introduced this movie to has changed their life. It's not a guarantee it's for the better. It has changed my life.
You bought the fucking box set! The whole thing! All 12 movies!
It's not for the better. It exists because now I have to watch the ridiculousness. This movie is 100% so bad that it is good. It absolutely belongs on this list. I had to watch this like 4 times because he made me for something else. But
theme song.
There's the theme song. God, it's already stuck in my head. Like this thing is stuck in my head right now. It's a hard ticket to Hawaii. Everyone knows it. No, it is so bad it's good. He's right. The quotes are ridiculous. It is quotable. Even if you've never seen it before, afterwards, you're like, did that guy really just say just when you thought it was safe to take a pee? Like that's a quote from this movie because a snake comes out of a toilet.
Did he drive a motorcycle through a wall? Yes, he did.
Yeah, it's over the top. It's ridiculous, but it is so bad it's good. I knew this was coming up. I was expecting to say yes to this.
Chad, what have you seen Hard Ticket to Hawaii?
No, but it sounds really fun.
Fun is the word for it.
I will send you the link. You watch it tonight.
Okay. I mean, there's no reason for me to have seen this unless somebody like Bill brings it up. So.
Andrew Barr still writes me thank you letters for showing him this movie.
In calligraphy.
Yes!
Through the mail.
He mailed that shit.
Yeah, this is one I knew was coming up at some stage. I should have watched it for that reason. I didn't.
Again,
Haley, what do you say?
So not only is this movie an absolute masterpiece, but it also is the source of one of the best How Did This Get Made episodes, where they describe the sex scenes as something a 5th grader who has never seen a sex scene would write. Somehow, for all of the nudity, it was also just like very tame at the same time, which is really weird. This is the most perplexing movie. The fact that it passes the Bechdel test, what I just said, all the quotes. It has a theme song, guys.
It really does.
Really does.
It's free on YouTube.
One of the best opening credit scenes ever in cinema, hands down. Even like legitimately, it's very good.
Legitimately very well done. You think you're going to watch a good movie, and then suddenly a snake
And then you watch a fucking great movie. You just purge my movie.
This a hard ticket to make it to this list, but it made it.
Some passion there, dude.
This movie brings passion out.
Movie so bad, it's amazing.
But Hard to Draw is the first one to make the list. Anthony, what is your first one you're going to bring up?
All right. I feel like everyone knows what actor I'm going to go with for this. If you don't know me very well. I actually watched this recently for the 52-week challenge, and it was in the 80s, and I'd never seen it before.
Oh,
and it's a very important movie to talk about, potential, someone having a psychic break. It really shows some specific things. And you know what? I'm a vampire. I'm going Vampire's Kiss with Nicolas Cage, because this movie is so absurdly, wonderfully over the top. It is quotable. I mean, the fact he does the entire alphabet, like he doesn't just go A, B, C, D. He went through Z. Like I was expecting maybe G, N, Max. Nope, whole alphabet. It is perfectly over the top. Nick Cage is the nickiest, cagiest he could ever be in any movie that he has. So obviously I had to go Nick Cage. I have to continue with what I do in life and enjoy Nick Cage movies. And Vampire's Kiss is going to be what I put on this list.
Chad, what do you say about Vampire's Kiss?
This is one I'm actually ashamed to say that I haven't seen because I love Nick Cage so much. It's been on my list for a very long time. It's like this, Con Air. Like there's a lot of Nick Cage movies. I haven't seen a lot of them. I need to go through them. I don't watch a lot of bad movies. How did I get on this episode? I asked to be.
Con Air is
I haven't seen it.
And it's just been put on to Disney Plus for me as well. So, because we've got the whole Star thing now. So, but that being said,
right.
I also have not seen Vampires because there's a lot of Nick Cage movies I've still got to see. And I crossed one of them off my list the other day when I watched The Rock. So, but Haley, what do you say about Vampire's Kiss?
I have not seen this. Ever since I've heard talk about it, I know I need to watch it, but because it's been brought up a lot in the past week. But I kind of just want to give Anthony a yes because it's Nick Cage, and of course it's going to be so bad it's good. So I'm just going to give him a yes anyway.
I feel like I'm getting one from Bill.
Bill, you got excited when this came up. What do you say?
I mean, 100%. Yeah, no, no. This movie's amazing. It's great. I mean, there's one Nick Cage performance that outdoes it, but only one, and I'll get into that later probably because holy shit, that was some choices that were made in that film. But in this one,
I already have that.
In this one, the man literally ate a cockroach because, of course, he did. Because he's insane. Because he thought this is what my character would do. Because he's a mental patient. Nick Cage is insane. Somebody let him loose. And then they filmed around it.
That's exactly what happened.
That's what we are watching. We are watching his disturbed psyche. And then for some reason, every once in a while, Jennifer Beals and Maria Cagino wants to show up. It's just, but it's fine. I mean, it's batshit insane, and I love it.
I mean, I think there's a movie coming out this year in which Nick Cage plays himself.
I believe that's true.
Is that the one where he's wearing that bright pink biker jacket?
It's either that one or Willy's Wonderland you're thinking of, because Willy's, I have no idea, but it's called The Unbearable Likeness of Being.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that. I heard about that one.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
He is a massive talent.
Yeah. But if that being said, Bull would have all been what Anthony needed to make it on, even if Haley said no. But Vampire's Kiss makes it on. But with that, Chad, what was the first movie you're going to bring up?
All right. I'll go with one I'm not sure who has seen, but I reached down deep into my nostalgia because when I have to go through bad movies, that's where I go. I go to like when I didn't have a lot of great taste. So, and it would still make me love movies from back then. So, I'm gonna go with Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I forgot about this movie.
So this is it's Steve Odekirk. It's not Bob Odenkirk. It's Steve Odekirk. He did this movie. So, but what he did was he took like a bunch of like kung fu footage, and he just kind of like put him and a bunch of other actors over it, and like, you know, that's the movie. And you know, he basically he's got like a Lion King homage in there. It's just basically like an old style kung fu movie where he's the chosen one, and they're just like dubbing voices over everything, and it's not a good movie, but it's hilarious. There's like one part that I can't stop laughing at every time I watch it, and I've seen it as an adult, and I still love it. So, yeah.
But yeah, this is another one I haven't seen. Haley,
Figured.
Never heard of it.
Bull, what do you say about Kung Pao Into the Fist?
I can't put it on this list because this movie's actually fucking great.
Oh.
I saw this shit in the theaters. Who are we kidding? Where's that kid? If I may, some of my favorite quotes. When you girls are done kissing, I believe I have some ass to kick. Is fucking great. The fact he keeps calling himself Betty is also amazing. The guy with the boombox just randomly in the background is fucking dope as hell.
Your shirt is red.
Yep. And every time I see it, every time, no matter how long it's been, that I will laugh for 2 straight minutes. That's a lot of nuts! Every time. I don't know if I feel bad now because I'm not putting this on. This is too good to be put on this list. This is like,
I mean, the voices really don't match the faces. It's the best.
Anthony, what do you say about Kung Pao Into the Fist?
I mean, I'm kind of with Bill on this one. I actually really enjoy this. The movie is so absurdly over the top, but I think it does, like, it's better than you would expect because it does what it meant to do, which is kind of take an actual kung fu movie and just dub it over, put this random guy in it. I mean, there's seriously like a talking tongue in it. Like,
yeah.
It's so ridiculous, but I actually think this is a better movie than people give credit to. Perfect time. So the only reason I'm going to say no is because I actually like this movie and I think it did what it needed to do for what it meant to do. It's just not, oh yes, there was a cow fight. Oh my god.
Yes.
The guy that got the hole punched in the middle.
They did the Matrix thing too with the milk.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like a perfect hole.
It is. It's very possible that it can be bad is good, but I think it's good to be like, that's hilarious, and why am I laughing at this? I forgot about the movie.
Oh my god!
But yeah, so it's on me for my first pick. I'm not going to go for the one everyone expects me to go with first. I'm going to bring up. There's talking about snakes flying out of toilets. I'm going to bring up Snakes on a Plane. This is such a really great movie. Like the cast, you got Samuel L. Jackson, you got Kenan Thompson is in this, and a lot of parody of Paris Hilton. But this is just a fun movie. Like just hearing Samuel L. Jackson go, "I've had enough of these monkey biting snakes" on this Monday to Friday plane, which suggests that is the line they use in the TV edit. but this is just a fun movie. It just a lot of the way snake attacks is just so absurd. This is the definition of a so bad it's good movie. It's just so fun. Haley, what do you say about Snakes on a Plane?
I've been craving to watch this movie for the past several days. I've seen it before a couple times. It's the reason I love Taylor Kitsch as much as I do, and thinks he just needs to get a better agent and get a good role.
Love
But
Taylor
or
Kitsch.
just embrace bad movies, because so far he's been picking so bad they're bad. But this is a so bad they're good, and oh my god, every single little detail about this movie is so wonderful. I love this movie so much. Snakes, planes, what more could you ask for? That's a
Bull,
yes, by the way.
yeah. Bull, what do you say about Snakes on a Plane?
I mean, another one I saw in the theater because, fuck, of course I did. I spend money on movies, just so we're clear. Also, don't neglect David Kocher as the pilot, which is always welcome. PlayStation saves the day because that'll teach you how to fly a fucking plane. And there's one point in this movie I need this to be discussed. And it is when we meet the villain Eddie Yang, right? I believe is his name.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "All right, sir, everything's ready. Are you sure you want to go through with this plan?" And he says, "Don't you think I would if I hadn't exhausted all other avenues?" How many fucking plans did they go through till they landed on? All right, here's what it is. We're gonna put snakes on a plane. This is the plan. It's foolproof. I feel like a gun would get it done pretty quick if they needed this guy dead or something. But like, there had to be 948 different plans for them to go finally land on. I don't know, with the snakes on the plane. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That'll do it. I want a whole prequel of just failed plan ideas. Because in one of them, somebody should have said, maybe this is a little much. But no, this absolutely should go on the list. I'm fine.
Yeah. One name I actually forgot was in this until I just looked it up. Juliana Margulies is in this. Anthony.
And also the lady from all the Insidious ones, all the Insidious movies. I forgot her name. Yeah, I was actually going to go the same way that I went with Kung Pao. This movie isn't bad. This movie is brilliant, but I feel like I'm really going to have to take away my heart and love for these movies by realizing that they are actually bad. But I watched this a couple weeks ago because we watched one movie that might get brought up earlier, and then Snakes on a Plane. And this movie's great. You have the JV Heather Graham on there, who the poor dog, and you always have the classic, oh, here's the asshole guy that's clearly going to get killed because he does some asshole move. You have all the people that are trying to help, and the random nurse that shows up, and the baby. I mean, all of the tropes are there for a perfect action movie that's over the top. And like you said, Samuel L. Jackson's lines in this are brilliant. They are exactly what you need to be. It is a fantastic movie that almost it shouldn't be bad to begin with, but I get it is bad. I'm digging to try to say these are actually bad movies that I love with all my heart and soul. So yeah.
I mean, with that, it's definitely made a list anyway. Chad, what would you have said about Snakes on a Plane?
I mean, Anthony, it's kind of got a favorable score on Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't know. But I did see this in high school, and I don't remember it being terribly good, but I do love creature features, so I'm pretty sure I really liked this when it came out. And I know for a fact that me and my friends listened to Cobra Starship's song that they released. Yeah, that was lit back in 2006.
Great music video, great song.
Yep, and just the motherfucking snakes and motherfucking plane. I mean, you really can't beat lines like that. So yeah, I would have said yes. Oh, also, Dan Merle did a All My Movies podcast about snakes on the plane, so check that out.
Haley, what is the next movie you're going to bring up?
I'm bringing it up. You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster. Breaking Dawn Part 2. Get this on the list.
Bull?
I mean, there's an entire subplot of a wolf man who's vibing with a baby. And this is not a problem for anybody. They're just like, yeah, I'm like vibing with this baby right now. Me and, yeah, it is going to happen. Which is, what the fucking actual hell? I still don't understand what it means. It still haunts my nightmares. And absolutely, this movie deserves to be on this list. This movie is just actually, it was all worth it for this. Michael Sheen let out the most inhumanly weird laugh I've ever heard in my life. And then it's what, no comment I can improve what he just did in that scene. So, no, absolutely. Put it on the board.
I saw a man turn into a very large dog.
Anthony, what do you say about Breaking Dawn Part 2?
I mean, this is the only one that's rewatchable for the entertainment value of it. So, yes, and it's still trash, but it's rewatchable. So it is good in that way. So I will put this one on the list. I couldn't say yes to the first one, but like Bill, I can say yes to this one. So throw it on there.
Chair.
The thing I said about Twilight still stands, but now I kind of want to check them out, to be honest. Dude,
you can throw out all the other shit. Just watch the last one. It's fine.
There's really not a lot of plots in it that you can power through. You're okay.
Oh, why did you watch this in the theater?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I mean, I'm not too sure if Rue's comment was about this or Snakes on a Plane. That is,
it's like I said, it is the greatest X-Men movie we never got. So
I mean, I actually did go see this in the theater. There's one of my no, just because my girlfriend at the time was really into these. Is like, oh yeah, I'll go a few. I had no idea what to expect. It was at that time I hadn't seen the other ones before that. It's like, this is nuts, but okay. But it makes the list anyways.
Wow.
Bull, we go back to you.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Don't do it.
You don't fucking tell me what to do. You don't know me. You don't know my place. You don't know where I am. I mean, it's Showgirls.
That's such a.
I mean, can we? There's no way Showgirls does not go on this fucking list. Every so often, I get the itch. I gotta watch Joe Astorhouse, his fucking masterpiece of just slime and gross, and I love every minute of it. I don't think Elizabeth Berkley knows what sex is.
No. Oof.
But holy shit.
Sorry.
Yikes.
I am so
What's wrong
sorry.
with you? You okay?
Showgirls
Someone check on her.
is awesome. And you are a fool and a communist if you believe otherwise. Floor is open.
What if you believe he's also a fool and a communist?
Oh, wow.
Anthony, what do you say about Showgirls?
Bill, do me a favor. What year did Hard Ticket to Hawaii come out?
1987.
Okay, so Showgirls clearly took the sex scenes from Hard Ticket to Hawaii then, because none of them know how anatomy works. I've never seen people so far away. That is a great scene in Showgirls. Showgirls is so awfully bad, but it is like Breaking Dawn. It's rewatchable. You watch it because it's funny. It's not supposed to be funny, but it's so funny and it's so over the top. Yeah, you're right. Showgirls does deserve to be on this list. Annoyingly so.
So good.
But it's so
all worth it for the pool sex scene that I can't quite figure out how sex works. It's just, oh God, I love this movie.
I'm sensing a theme with your picks of movies not knowing how sex works.
Oh, there's a couple I have on my list. That
Chad, what do you say about Showgirls?
I've never really had the desire to watch this movie, so I've never seen it.
Dude, you're wrong. Your desires are wrong, and they're lying to you.
I have heard everything I think about it that he said, but yeah.
Yeah, this one has like I've heard of this movie. This just hasn't. I just haven't had a chance to find it to watch it. But it is one that I've been trying to find to watch because I have heard all that. Haley, what do you say about Showgirls?
You know what's funny about this pick is that, yes, this movie is bad. It's awful. There were still movies that came out afterwards that were like, let's work on this whole idea of this plot and let's try and make it good. It didn't really work out either time. But this was like a blueprint bad movie. And I don't know why people use that blueprint, but for that reason, it's got to go on. I'm picking it on the for the list.
Anthony, we go to you for your next pick.
I have so many, and I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. I'm gonna have a theme tonight until it gets stopped. Because, as Bill said, there was one other movie, or The Vampire's Kiss, where Nick Cage goes full Nick Cage, and I'm gonna stick with the Nick Cage movie. And it's not going to be one of the ones that I love because they're not bad movies. But there is one that is actually bad. It is a remake of a good horror movie because he punches a girl in the face dressed as a bear. I mean, that is theatrical, just French kiss. Like, holy crap, that was amazing. The Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage, the remake, is an absolutely so bad it's good movie. Nicolas Cage goes off the wall when they put the bees on his face. Just no, not the bees. Not like everyone knows this. Everyone knows not the bees. Everyone knows he punches a girl in the face as a bear. I mean, just it's perfection. It's great. I'm gonna continue putting Nick Cage movies. Well, at least for this one, and I think I'm switching up after this. But this is the other Nick Cage that should be on the list.
Chad, what do you say about The Wicker Man?
Yeah, I've actually seen both of these, and this is one Nick Cage movie that is very bad, and I really enjoyed. Everybody does know the bees scene, and a lot more with this. And I just while researching for this, rank 'em, I did see him punch the girl in the face again, and it's hilarious every time. So. Yeah, I mean, this definitely is like a classic of bad movies. So I would totally put it on the list.
Not the bees. Anything but the bees. This is one I have seen. I've only seen it once, but once is enough for me to say yes to this pick anyway. Haley, what would you say about The Wicker Man?
Anthony already said it. It's Nick Cage being the most Nick Cage to ever Nick Cage. He was performing at 2,000% at least. This has to go on.
Bill, what would you say about The Wicker Man?
So that's still not the Nick Cageiest part.
Oh! I know. Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
You know when you do because you're like nothing else lives up to that monolith. But my problem with that movie is he's barely in it, and the movie's boring otherwise. So is this one kind of. There's like 2 or 3 bits. The funniest bit wasn't even in the theatrical release, which was the bees part. That was in the home video release. So outside of that, it's fucking boring. It's just a lot. And he's not even being Nick Cage for most of the film. There's like 3 scenes. It's like punching the bear and then how to get burned. And then the bees, which wasn't even in the theatrical release. So like, I think there's crazier Nick Cage out there, honestly. I think this one deserves the bad movie that it gets. I don't other than like, honestly, you just watch the 3 or 4 isolated scenes in like a YouTube clip and then spare yourself the 2 hours. So that's just me. I wouldn't vote for this one.
Chad, what is your next movie you're going to bring up?
Oh, good question.
Oh, you didn't have a list of 30 things like I did?
I had like 20.
Okay.
But I'm kind of unsure on like most of them. Well, not most of them, maybe half. I'll go with another one from my childhood that I absolutely love, but it's a really dumb, bad stoner movie. Two Doors My Car. So So yeah, this one I definitely like super love. At one point, I could quote it front to back. You have the tattoo scene. I mean, it doesn't really get much dumber than that. What does mine say, dude? What does mine say? Sweet. Okay, but what does mine say? I mean, it's just one of the dumbest things in the world. But I love it. The Andy Dick makes an appearance. Says, don't give me the hose. It's my car.
This movie is just so bad it's bad. I've tried watching this many times. Could only get halfway in and just like, why am I watching this? So it's a no from me. Haley, what do you say about Dude, Use My Car?
I feel like it's too self-aware. And what I'm qualifying in mentally for this list is movies that weren't trying to do what they did. And I think this one knew exactly what it was doing, which ends up going towards the spectrum of so bad it's bad.
Bill, what do you say about Dude, Use My Car?
So here's the thing about comedy. It ages badly quickly. I went back and watched this not too long ago, and I was like, wow, it's a little transphobic. It's too many gay jokes.
Kind of, you're right.
It's very of its time, and it aged like milk in an August sun. So I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Anthony, what would you have said about Dude, Use My Car?
This one was like very, very bottom of my list because it is one that is bad, but I've watched it before. Like when I watched it, I was like, the first time I was like, this movie's terrible. Then I kind of rewatched it again. I was like, okay, I'm kind of catching some of the funny stuff. But like Haley said, it's a little more self-aware. It's intentionally making itself bad. So I think both of your movies that you picked have that exact same thing. They are just both self-aware, intentionally bad, even though Kung Pao is just great.
No, it's fantastic.
That's just brilliance. They do so bad, it's brilliant. This one just did bad, but it didn't work.
I knew I'd be bad at this.
No, actually, your picks are.
No, dude, really, no. Like, oh my god. Hey, Siri, put Kung Pao in my fucking queue. Yeah, because I know I've known that for some reason. That can, fucking DVD it. Fucking G.
Apparently, his Siri responds to cursing, so I'm very curious.
I don't have a Siri.
I would probably say no because there's a couple other ones in here that I think are a little bit better, but I do. The pick makes sense. It makes sense as bad. It's good.
So my next one is a anthology movie. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy watching it. Hugh Jackman has balls on his face.
No!
It's movie 43.
Not even letting you get to me.
No.
Next one.
I knew I
yes.
could have that reaction.
Haley, what's your next?
Yo, Malcolm was just waiting for this.
But Chad, what would you have said about it?
I've never seen it.
Oh my god, I envy you.
I don't want to. Not my style.
I will point out Whitney Seibold agrees with me. So, Haley, what's your next
I
pick?
appreciate you bringing it up, though.
No, I do, but I'm like, I can't comprehend how that many good people are in a movie, and it's one of the most awful things I've ever seen in my life.
It's called Blackmail.
I guess they owe somebody something, money, drugs, shit. I don't know. Fuck.
I feel like this is an elephant in the room kind of movie. It's gonna have to be on this list.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as it's talked about as being like the worst movie ever made,
okay,
like the Citizen Kane of bad movies, The Room, like it's got to be on this list somewhere. And I still recommend, if you love movies, go see this movie when theaters open back up fully with a screening, because that is one of the best experiences you'll ever have. We all know about this movie. Weird sex scenes, that's a common thing in the list. Really awful dialogue. What else do I need to say? They're playing football in tuxedos and that never gets explained. A red dress gets humped.
Yep.
Bull, what do you say about The Room?
I mean, come on. It's not even a movie. I don't even understand it. Like, It is nonsense. It is incomprehensible. It is gloriously bad. There are characters that just are introduced and disappear at random. There are entire subplots that never get resolved or go anywhere. I still don't know who fucking Denny owes money to. This poor girl's mom has fucking cancer that is never addressed outside of her mentioning it. Dude, one of the characters is just replaced with another person. You don't even notice it. Because there's a whole scene at the party. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy talking to? That is like apparently been here the whole time because the guy with the glasses fucked off because that movie's insane. This movie's great.
I think that's a yes.
Yeah, put it on the board.
Anthony, what do you say about The Room?
It's exactly what I was just. Oh, both of those things were things I was going to say. God damn it, people! Come on, chat.
Fucking internet.
F&A. No, this movie's brilliant. It's so bad that it is good. This was actually the next thing that I had on my phone of the one I was going to pick if you did it. So that's a great pick. It has to be on there. I mean, for James Franco to create a movie about this movie that actually was good is impressive. A midnight showing of this would probably be hilarious to be a part of.
It's fun.
Very interested.
Don't forget spoons. Bring spoons with you.
Spoons and tuxedos and footballs. And then
I have all of them. That would be. I mean, this movie's insane. All the lines make no sense. Like he said, it's like, well, got back from the doctor. I got the cancer, and it's just like done, finished. The conversation's over. It never comes up again. It's like, what is that?
What kind of movie?
I need to talk about this because that was one of my favorite things because it's like it just fucking always boggles my mind. Is when she orders the pizza with the most who the fuck would eat this pizza? It's like pineapple and olives and lettuce and garlic, and then when they're eating pizza, it's fucking plain.
Yes. Apparently they forgot a lot of the topic.
No, apparently like she's just having a brain hemorrhage. So that no one would order that as a pizza.
He's right. Put it on the list.
Can we talk about how there was a tape recording and the scene that was being recorded and the actual recording are two complete different audios with different words?
Yeah.
This movie was brilliant in how.
Also, this is worth it if you watch the riff tracks of this movie. Because Jesus Christ, they just destroy this film.
That's it.
So
but with that, Chad, what would you have said about The Room?
What a story, Malcolm. Seriously, the Room is probably the best movie to put on this list because like every time I watch it, like it's hysterical. I've shown it to a bunch of friends who've never seen it. I keep trying to recommend it every time, and I was late to the game. So it's just everyone can jump on board with this movie, and it's you can see the passion in it, but he did like everything wrong. And at some point, I'm like, did he mean to? Like, how do you get every single thing wrong? Like, make it barely a movie, like Bill said, but be like one of the most fun experiences you can watch. And I haven't even done one of the theater experiences with it, and I can't.
Formats.
Yeah, at the same time, yep.
They spend millions on this.
Oh my roast.
And Denny is a creepy ass bastard, and I love him for it. He just comes. I mean, he's supposed to be like a teenager, but he's clearly not. And
I just like to watch.
He wants to watch them have sex, and then they don't know how to have sex, and it's one of the best, dumbest movies I've ever seen. I love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, my first time watching this was on a watch along on Take 3 when Disaster House was coming out, so you could go back and watch that watch along.
Fun.
But this is just like Hard Ticket to Ride. This is another one that is free on YouTube. And
Also,
yes, it's a bad movie, but just like most movies that have cult followings, you can have a lot of fun with this movie. That you can make it good. And yes, Stardrew, it has made the list. But this isn't a list of good movies. This is movies that are bad that you can enjoy and have fun with. So
put that in your pipe and smoke it.
yeah.
But with that,
During an
But
actual legitimate fight, mind you.
Awesome.
but with that being said, Bill, what is your next nomination?
Speaking of incompetent filmmaking,
I'm scared.
there is a movie that this is one of those instances where parents should have stopped a child's dream of wanting to be a filmmaker, but they didn't. And what proceeded to happen is the most ineptly filmed film I've ever seen. There is just whole scenes of nothing happening. There is just the worst special effects. I think the audio was recorded on fucking vinyl somehow and then just dubbed over. I mean, if you're a fan of watching cars getting parked, you will love Birdemic.
Oh my god.
Shock and Terror.
Oh my god.
This movie cost tens of dollars. And is quite possibly one of the greatest things I've ever endured. It is so catastrophically bad. It's actually, it goes all the way back around. It's fucking impressive. It really is. You got to not know how to do anything right. And then they still put it to film, and they thought, no, this is it. We need to show this to people. Yes. And I fucking love every minute of it. This movie is just insanely quotable because no human beings talk like this. No human beings function like this. Birds don't fucking hover. Ever.
Explosions don't work like that.
Well, this movie also gave us Whitney Moore, so it has given us one of the best people on the internet. So, Birdemic, shock and terror.
Anthony, what do you say about Birdemic?
Well, I am not shocked that you picked this movie. I am in terror that I have to be the next person to talk about it. This movie is I don't it didn't do the full back around for me. It was it was so bad. I love these kinds of movies too, but this one I watched it and I was like, and then I saw it in Target the next a couple days later. It was $5. And I bought everything. And I kept staring at it. I'm like, I can't bring myself to do this.
This was at Target?
Yeah.
Did you buy it?
And I couldn't, because I couldn't do it because I didn't like it. It didn't do that full around for me.
Also, this is another one where I highly recommend the riff tracks along with it because it just makes it the greatest comedy ever made.
See, now that might make it more interesting. For me,
it is all worth it because we got that, and it is them losing their fucking minds on this film.
For me, this is bad to bad. I would say no, it's bad to bad, but maybe I'll take another shot, and maybe with the riff tracks, I will be more entertained by it.
I got a copy of it. I'll just send it to you.
Perfect.
Chad, what do you say about Birdemic?
Yeah, I'm kind of actually on the same, side as Anthony here a little bit, just because it was a movie that I watched for this actually because I had never seen it, and being such a big fan of The Room, I was like, oh well, this is kind of supposed to be similar to the same kind of bad, but this one doesn't
trying to make the birds.
This one doesn't even feel this one doesn't feel like a finished movie like The Room actually kind of does, even though there's bad, ADR or whatever you call it.
It took them 2 years to film it.
You're about to kill Bill.
2 years! That's what you got!
But this movie, the birds are very annoying. I don't find them even hilarious. I just find it really I had to turn the volume down. And I don't know if it's low key genius or if it's just really it's probably just really dumb. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's this one's hard because I could totally give it a yes, but then I don't know.
Come on, do it.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a yes.
I just haven't seen this. Haley, what do you say about Birdemic?
you were talking about bad CGI, and my brain went like, oh, like Snakes on a Plane CGI, or like Henry Cavill's mustache CGI. That's no.
No,
This is
flying toaster
mind
gift.
you, didn't this movie come out like 2010? Like, it's not like, I mean, even like in any type of year, this is bad, but like, this is like a decade old. That is it. We have seen some fantastic 2000 CGI, and then we see.
So you're gonna make this a good post, right? Yeah.
Yeah, edit and post.
She should be in a sequel.
Oh my god.
Honestly, like, if you just see the movie, I don't know if it would categorize it so bad it's good, but when you learn how much work was put into this atrocity, I think it deserves a spot on this list. Like, they took 2 years to shoot it. They made this a serious production, and still this awful.
Here's my favorite part. The credits are almost all made up names because the director wanted to look like it was a real movie.
I mean, I think the sound guy took off a couple days to be.
No, he was the sound guy.
Oh, he was.
This got a sequel?
Yes,
yeah.
it did. Put it on the board.
But with that, Birdemic does make the list.
Wow.
Oh my god! I own all this movies here. This is.
I'm other than that one, I'm really. I got
this
a
is
lot.
my crowning achievement.
According to an interview, apparently there was going to be a third one too, subtitled Sea Eagle.
Oh my god!
But with that, Anthony, we go back to you.
All right. Haley brought up what is known as the best worst movie of all time. I am going to go and bring up one that actually spawned a movie about it called The Best Worst Movie. And it is a sequel, which isn't really a sequel because it has nothing to do with the title of the movie. There are none of what the movie's called in said movie. And for some reason, they're vegetarians. The movie makes absolutely no sense, but it is brilliantly done in the way of it's overacted by all of the people in it. It makes absolutely no sense. It's a sequel to a movie that it shouldn't be a sequel because there's not a troll in this movie. There's something else. And Troll 2, I am going to attempt to put on this list because, oh my god, it's bad. But you can rewatch it just for the, oh my god, and all of the great parts. And the trolls turn people into trees so they can eat them. Like, what the fuck? There are trees everywhere. How are they not able to find food? It makes no sense, but it's brilliant. It is, and it has its own cult classic following as well. So I'm going to go for a Troll Dose.
Are these the movies that the character's name is Harry Potter?
That's Troll 1.
That's the first Troll, I think.
That's the good one.
Don't think Troll 2 has anything to do with Troll 1.
No, it's actually a completely different movie. They just called it Troll 2.
Yep.
But Chad, what do you say about Troll 2?
This is another one I just watched. Yeah, I mean, I just watched this one, and it was funny because the wife and I were like watching, and we are like, "This is Troll 2." Like in the very beginning, we were like, "This is automatically way better than fucking Birdemic," because we had just watched Birdemic, and we were like, "This actually feels like a feature. It's like actually feels like a movie." But yeah. Anyways, yeah. Why would you make, if you're just gonna eat humans anyways? Why would you make them vegetarians to turn them into plants? Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it is really hilarious, and you know, I'm actually kind of going back to Birdemic now, thinking about just how bad the acting was, and I think in this one it's a little bit better, but then there's actually some creepy shit in Troll. Troll was kind of creeping me out with the way people's faces were, like I don't know, she's like a witch or something, hanging out with the trolls or something, scaring the shit out of me. So yeah, Troll 2.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. Haley, what do you say about Troll 2?
I've never seen Troll 1, but Troll 2, if we need to start, you know what we need to do with this movie? We need to start showing this movie to people that are just learning English for the first time. And if you've ever learned a second language in school and you watch like those really weirdly made videos in that in the translated language you're learning, like whether it be Spanish or German or whatever. I feel like we need to do that with this movie because it has that same vibe as those language learning videos. The dialogue's awful. The acting is. I don't even know if you could call it acting. Yeah, the special effects are so. I'm gonna sound weird when I say this, but like they all looked like they were made with like forbidden snacks. Like all of the special effects and visual, like the practical effects looked edible. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, this movie goes on there.
Perfect. Big Willy Wonka.
Bull, what would you have said about Troll 2?
What would I say about Troll 2? Put it on the board. Put it on the board. What am I going to say about Troll 2 that history hasn't already done for me?
That's true.
Nothing.
Does that, Chad, what is the next movie you're going to bring up?
Oh shit! It's my pick again already. Oh, it is. It is. Yes, that's true. Fuck it. I'll throw Batman and Robin in there. That a good one? All right. Let's see. We'll find out, I guess. Right. Yeah, that movie. It's like one of the most quotable movies ever, but it is. It's like I don't think anything can be objectively terrible. Maybe Birdemic, but Batman and Robin is as close to it, right? So like that. I mean, this one is actually really fun, despite being like so ridiculously campy and just like. I don't know, but maybe this is another one they felt like, they wanted to make this type of movie. However, he's got a bat credit card, I don't know.
This is a really ice pick to go for. But with that being said, yeah, this is one I put on my list. I've been debating myself internally to bring it up or not, because while I enjoyed this movie legitimately, but it is one of those ones that is a bad movie at the same time. But I'll give it a yes. Haley, what did you say about Batman and Robin?
So, as a family does, I was watching Pulp Fiction with the whole family, and we were paying attention to Mia Wallace's character, and I just had a thought, and I asked my dad, and I was like, okay, picture this. This movie just came out. I tell you that there's going to be a Batman movie coming out, and she's going to be Poison Ivy. You know nothing else about the movie, just these two details. What do you think? What are your first impressions? And he was like, oh, that would be great. And then, like, you had a formula to make a fantastic Poison Ivy, and somehow you make the worst possible movie ever. You have George Clooney, and it's the first time like people didn't question a Batman casting, and somehow you should have questioned a Batman casting. Weird nipple choices. The movie had weird nipple choices, and somehow I don't know if it's top 12. It's so bad it's good, but I don't know if it's top 12 worthy. So I'm going to give this just a very gentle no.
Bull, what do you say about Batman and Robin?
I mean, this movie's fantastic. It's one of the best Batman movies ever made. No, hands down. This is just utter batshit nonsense, ridiculous. I mean, I'm all right with this. So I saw this in the theater. In fact, this was sold out night of. I had to buy a scalp ticket to go see this movie. So I had to pay extra. I was furious. And I mean, really upset. But I love to pick this movie apart. I mean, is it good? No. Going back and looking at them, were any of those era Batman movies good? No. None of them were. This one just leaned into it way too hard. And you know what? Good on them. Like, why not? Fuck it, let's just go have fun with it. So, yeah, I say this deserves to be there.
Anthony, what would you have said about Batman and Robin?
I'm very happy that I do not have to be the deciding factor here, because my mind was going, yeah, I wanted to put this in there, but I just don't like being the deciding factor. I always feel bad. No, this movie is so poorly done. There are so many bad choices in it. But thank you. I'll be upstairs. I'll keep it on. I don't have bat nipples. I just have regular nipples. No, it's so poorly done. There's so many issues with it. But Arnold Schwarzenegger's puns are great. You could just listen to him the whole time. Every other line is a pun. It's fantastic, and it makes no sense because you have someone that wants to freeze Gotham and someone that wants to plant plants all over Gotham. It doesn't connect. It doesn't really work.
Somehow Bane is just incomprehensible.
Yeah, but
wow,
it's
That's
fun.
a word.
It's fun because it's bright, it's pretty, and that makes it fun. So yeah,
Batman was campy long, like more than he was, this gritty, brooding asshole. So you know what? Fuck it.
Okay. For my next pick, I'm going to bring up a musical. Somewhere out there, Spencer's thinking I'm going for one cut that came out recently. It is not fucking Cats. I'm telling you now. That's just bad.
You want me to write no on this again real quick?
I will leave the stream.
But no, this is another one that, just like The Room, has a lot at midnight, a very big cult following with midnight screenings. And I'm bringing up Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is just one of those movies I do really enjoy. Yes, I've rewatched a lot now to know that a lot of it really isn't that good of a movie, but I still have fun watching it. Like, I do Time Warp at karaoke regularly, so I mean,
Please tell me footage of this exists somewhere.
Probably it's probably showed somewhere. I don't know if anyone's actually put it on Facebook.
Internet, find it. Put it in the comments.
Sorry, Malcolm, Tom. But Haley, what do you say about Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I'm just gonna brag real quick because this is my chance to brag. But the one time I went to a midnight showing, they did a Rocky Horror prom night, and I got second place for prom queen, and I'd never gotten so much attention in my life. It was great. This is an amazing movie. It's too good to be on this list. I genuinely think it's good. The music slaps. It's good. It's good. It's too good to be on here. Who's in it?
Bull, what do you say about Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I'm actually in complete agreement with Haley. I think the cultural significance of this movie it deserves the status that it's gotten. It's a beloved classic for a reason. It is not bad. It is a very good movie, honestly, and I don't think it deserves to be on a worst of list. So I would say no. This is good stuff. This is a good time. You can't go wrong with Tim Curry ever.
That's true.
Anthony, what would you say about Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Same thing Haley said. I think it is. I enjoy this movie. I like this movie and just the cultural significance, the midnight showings, and all that. It's not as bad as The Room to create this cultural significance. It's still fun. The music is great. I also went to a midnight show. I was not crowned anything, but I did have to go up in front of a bunch of people and squeal like a pig, apparently. So that was horrifying. But no, this movie is a little too good. It's kind of the same thing with Chad's pick with Kombat. They're movies I do generally enjoy and do think are good, even though some people might say they're bad. They're not. They're kind of made to be this way. So that would be the only reason I'm not putting it on the list.
Chad, what would you have said about Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement. I think the only thing that it has in common with something like The Room is the audience participation type of thing that you can go do, and it's really fun. But I don't think that makes it a bad movie like The Room. And it's like Haley said, the songs slap, dude. They're amazing. They're really fun to sing. Damn it, Janet, all that. It's great. And Tim Curry's iconic in that role. And I feel like, it brought a lot of the LGBT stuff, to the forefront. And I just think it's amazing. And they do some really good homages to it, and Perks of Being a Wallflower. Which I love that movie.
Yeah, this is one I didn't actually have no idea which way I was going to go through. I thought, well, I'll bring it up anyway because I saw it on a few lists to see what happens.
Yeah, why not?
But Stardew, I'm not a big fan of that Fox remake they did for TV.
Yeah, I was feeling that one.
But,
what movie? This doesn't exist. This never happened.
That is true. But if that, we go back to Haley for the next nomination.
Do I think this is actually going to make the list? No, but I'm going to fight for it anyway, because when anyone asks what's your guilty pleasure movie, this is usually the first that comes to mind. Is it as bad as Birdemic Shock and Terror? Absolutely not. Is it as bad as Showgirls? No. Question mark. But if you look back at it, it's pretty bad. It's pretty not believable. It's got some weird dialogue. And I love it for all of the reasons it's not good. I'm going with Twister. A movie where people should have died several times. A movie where a thing goes through a car windshield and then the windshield's just fine. If you actually watch this movie is not good in any sense of the definition. But it's so enjoyable. I love watching this movie. I'm so entertained anytime I watch this. So I need to just give this movie a chance to make it to this list.
Bull, what do you say about Twister?
I mean, Twister's a fine movie. I wouldn't say it's bad in any shape or form. Honestly, like, it's an effects-driven, like, romp of a good time. Bill Paxton is in it. Alan Ruck, Helen Hunt, Carrie Elways. These are all people that have pretty much, for the most part, made good decisions in their career. I don't think they deserve to be on a worst stuff list. I couldn't put that on the bed. No, it's just good. It's a fine 3-star Saturday afternoon movie. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with Twister.
But Anthony, what do you say about Twister?
Yeah, I'm going with Bill on this one. I love this movie. If it's on TV and I'm flipping through, it's boop, done. Okay, Twister's on. It's background stuff immediately. Like, I actually generally enjoy this movie. I don't think it's like a bad movie, so I wouldn't put it on this list. I love it. It's great. And Philip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, like, you get great cast. This cast is incredible. So yeah, this one, the only reason I would say no to it is because I enjoy it so much as a movie in general.
Chad, what do you say about Twister?
I don't have this movie like in my recollection, like as clear as the three of them do. But I've always, considered this to be a good movie. I've technically seen it a long time ago. I've ridden the ride at Universal. That was awesome. I mean, I think this is a fun movie. If it was a slightly bad, but I still really like it list, then maybe. But or I don't know. I just don't. It's not like so bad, So yeah, I would say no as well.
This one I've only really seen sort of half of this, and I agree with Haley. It's really not a good movie, but it's also not one that I enjoy enough to say yes that it's so bad that it's good. So it's not making this list. Bill, what is the next movie you're going to bring up?
Oh no!
All right, I'm going for a perfect here because every one of my movies has made this list so far. So when I think of just movies that I'm like, if I really think about it, this is terrible, but I have so much fun watching it because it's just completely ludicrous. I'm gonna go to the 1980s where I think everybody let everything get a little too weird. And there is one man I think of when I think of just shitty action movies that were actually kind of fun. And I could sum it up in 3 words. Pain don't hurt. Roadhouse. Fucking Roadhouse. This movie's bonkers. This movie is terrible, and I fucking love every minute. Patrick Swayze rips a guy's throat out with his bare hands in a fight. He's a Zen fucking bouncer. Terry Funk is in this film. Every decision was the right one. Roadhouse. Also, worth it for the Family Guy joke.
Oh God!
I can watch that a million times. Roadhouse. Tell me I'm wrong.
Anthony, what do you say about Roadhouse?
I actually enjoy Roadhouse. I don't think it's bad. Like, I don't think it's a bad movie. This is like we're not going bad enough here. We're going to good movies here. It's been 3 in a row of movies that I think are good. Truthfully, Roadhouse just gives me like a bad feeling because someone I worked with, I still work with, but I haven't seen him in a while. All he does every second of the day is just go Roadhouse, Roadhouse. Like I hear it 50 times a day. So you saying that almost murdered me. Like I almost died.
Don't ruin the legacy that is Patrick Swayze.
I'm not trying to. I'm saying it's a good movie. That's why I'm not doing it. He, my coworker, has ruined the legacy, in which we got shirts that say Roadhouse to make fun of him when we go to work. There's like 5 of us. It's bad. But I'm just going to say no because I actually enjoy Roadhouse.
It's not a good movie.
Chad, what do you say about Roadhouse?
I've seen the memes. I've seen the Family Guy episode. Haven't seen the movie, unfortunately. I do want to, though.
I also have seen the memes, seen Family Guy, but not seen the movie.
I love Patrick Swayze. I love the mental image my brain has of him ripping someone's throat out with his bare hands. That being said, I've never actually watched this movie.
It's not making the list.
So close.
But Anthony, what is the next movie you're going to bring up?
Okay, you know what? Screw it. This movie's not going to make it because I doubt anyone here has seen it. It is a sci-fi movie, but it is essential, and it is called Mega Python vs. Gatoroid. And there is a very specific reason this movie is great. Is because the 2 stars of this movie, if you enjoy music from the 80s, you will know them. Because it's Debbie Gibson
and Tiffany. Of course I've seen this movie.
There is one scene in this movie. I mean, the monkeys are in this movie. They have
no. A monkey.
Sorry, a monkey's in this movie. I don't remember his name. He's in it.
Of course they saw this movie.
One of the best scenes of this is that Debbie Gibson and Tiffany are fighting. And then the snake or the gator, one of them just kills everyone else. And then they're just alone. And obviously, Tiffany goes, I think we're alone now. Debbie Gibson, I don't think there's anyone else around. Perfect. That is cinematic brilliance. No one can ever write that again because they just use a Tiffany song to say that everyone's dead. That's perfect. I'm just putting it out there because screw it. It entertained the crap out of me. And it's bad, but it is rewatchable because it is that bad. This will be my only ridiculous pick.
It's got someone from The West Wing in it.
There's a lot of things happening in that film.
So many things.
Chad, what do you say about Mega Python versus Gatorade?
Gatorade?
Gatorade. Like steroid? Gatorade, because it's a gator on steroids.
No, I kind of want to keep a Gatorade down.
I like Gatorade, though. I like Gatorade. Fruit punch flavor, please.
You know, I've never heard of it. I thought you were right when you said Gatorade for a second. I went, oh, that's it.
It's a gator on steroids.
Kind of more sounds like gator with hemorrhoids, but okay.
Right.
I haven't seen this, but Anthony has sold it so well that I actually want to see it now. But,
I do what I can.
Haley, what do you say about Mega Python versus Gatorade?
Never seen it. I'm in a very unfortunate situation. I've never been graced with this masterpiece.
It would be a grace, and I highly recommend just checking it out.
Which means it's down to Bull.
The guy that saw the film. I'm a little sad that you forgot that Tiffany made an Only in Your Dreams joke.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, good on him for that. So is this movie bad? Yes, but it's in on the joke, and that's where my problem lies with it. It's aware that it's making a bad movie, and the things about these other movies is they thought they were making a good movie when they made Birdemic Control 2. They thought that he fucking literally thought he was making the birds, and then he didn't. He made something awful, and that's what makes it so fascinating. So this one, they knew they were making Mega Python versus Gatoroid. They had no qualms about it. They embraced it. So is it fun? Yeah, it's fun. It's a good laugh, but I can't put it on here because it's in on the joke and it doesn't quite work that way.
If I get one person to watch this movie, I win. That's all.
I'll tell you, It's worth it for the Debbie Gibbs and Tiffany fist fight.
Yes, it is. It's
Also, spoiler alert: Tiffany's still hot as hell. So
that's true.
Yeah.
But
Debbie
that
Gibbs
being,
looks like Skeletor. I don't know what happened to her. So.
but with that, Chad, what's the next movie you're going to bring up?
All right, so I'll go ahead and talk about one that I watch basically every year, pretty much every year. Every Christmas I watch this movie, and I love Christmas movies. Jingle All the Way. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm still kind of on the fence. If you're looking for me to sell like how bad this movie is, I don't know, because I actually really enjoy this movie, but a lot of people consider it bad. I think there's a lot of bad things in it, but I don't know if like the overall quality of the film is bad, maybe slightly, but I don't think it's a trash movie or anything. I really enjoy watching this movie. I think the race between Arnold and Sinbad is amazing. They keep going back and forth from being friends to not being friends. It's very frustrating movie too, because you don't want to go out into the stores, and even if it's not a pandemic, you don't want to go out into the stores during times like this. It's so stressful, but they make this stressful experience really fun because you're wanting him to get it. Nobody wants fucking Buster, and I don't know. It's just a really fun family film. All the Santas in it are terrible. But it's amazing. Yeah.
I think if I remember rightly, we got the Santa of this onto our top 12 movie Santas list that we did at Christmas time. But with that being said, all I have to say is put that cookie down.
There you go.
But yeah, this is one I actually watched, actually sat down and watched start to finish for the first time last year. Because I've seen sort of bits and pieces of it before now. But yeah, this is a really bad movie, but I had a lot of fun with it. I had so much fun. Disney Plus had the sequel. I watched the sequel, which I regret watching the sequel of my life.
Don't do that, Malcolm.
But actually, I've kind of jumped the gun there. Haley, what do you say about Jingle All the Way?
Never seen it.
Bull, what do you say about Jingle All the Way?
I refuse to put a movie on a so bad list that has Sinbad and Phil Hartman, who are fucking treasures. And that is where I will leave that. Is it a good movie? No, but oh my god, I could watch those two all day.
Anthony, what do you say about Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, looking at this subjectively, this movie is bad. I love this movie, and me and Christina watch it every single Christmas. At some point, this movie goes on, and I bought it this year because I was like, I had it on my DVR for 2 straight years just so we could watch it. I got tired of doing that and just got it for like $5. Yeah, this movie is bad, but God, I love this movie.
You're my number one customer.
But with that being said, I may have hit into too early, but mate's list anyway.
Sorry. I saw you put it on there, and I was like, cool, I don't have to make a decision. I just said yes anyway, but I was going to say yes.
Well, I mean, I jumped the gun because I just hit enter because I just typed it out ready to go just in case. But with that being said, it's on me. I'll just double check. So I think we've only got one spot left. 3, 6, 9. Yep, we've got one spot left. I'm going to go for another 80s movies because there's a lot of them apparently from the 80s. This is a love story about a duck and a human.
Oh
No. Oh my god.
No.
I'm going Howard the Duck, but I'm pretty sure I know where everyone's going for it. Haley?
Wait, could you repeat the movie, please?
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
No.
Bull, you already
No,
know.
pass, no.
Anthony?
I'm not even answering.
Chad?
I have a lot of nostalgia for Howard the Duck, actually. I remember liking this movie as a kid. I think I probably wouldn't if I don't know, because I actually have a lot of nostalgia for it. So I might actually like this if I watched it now. I would give it a yes.
There you go. I know I didn't answer, but my answer was no, in case you were confused.
Oh, yeah, I figured that.
I like Malcolm, I appreciate you bringing it up. You try. I like it.
But with that being said, Haley, we go back to you. Can you close off the list?
I'm stuck between two movies.
Uh-oh.
And if either of these movies make the list, there will be one movie I saw in theaters. They are both. It's not a question. This isn't like last round where it was like, oh, this is kind of a decent movie. No, these movies are bad. They're bad. But the issue is, would you consider them so bad they're good? I'm gonna go with the one that has a really good "How Did This Get Made" episode. I'm gonna go with the movie Bratz.
Oh my!
If you haven't seen it, watch it. It is an absolute mess. It sounds like it's been written by 10-year-olds. You got the classic food fight scene. You got the teen drama. You got a kid that's deaf, but like you can tell, like they never actually talked to a deaf person about how being deaf is what being deaf is like. The fashion, absolutely awful. The plot makes zero sense. It makes no sense. The ending makes no sense. Nothing makes sense in this movie, and it belongs on this list.
Is that the one based on the toy range?
Yes. We know toy range based movies always hit and swing out of the park. However you say it.
Bull, what do you say about Bratz?
I say thank God I've never seen it pass.
Anthony.
Yeah, as soon as you start saying it, I was like, there's a reason I never went to go see this movie because I had no desire for it. So I'll also pass. I have not seen this. I don't believe I ever will, sadly.
I don't want to be put on the watch list. No, I will not watch it.
Chad, what do you say about Bratz?
Pretty much same. This isn't a movie I would have watched. This wasn't a movie I would have watched in high school, and so yeah, no.
Yeah, I've never owned a Bratz doll. I've never watched this movie.
You haven't?
No, you said the name. Like, I know there's a toy range of Bratz. I know they did a movie based on that. That's why I asked, but I've never seen it. But Bull, what is
I
the
highly
next one you
recommend
guys bring up?
How Did This Get Made episode. If you don't watch a movie, listen to the episode. It is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm going to throw in there's not a chance in shit you guys picked this, but it's fine.
Okay.
So one of my favorite shows is Mystery Science Theater 3000. And I don't know if you've ever seen it. They watch the shittiest movies ever made. And bar none, my favorite episode, when I want to show people how funny this show is, I make them watch it. They're immediate fans. It is the Space Mutiny episode, because Space Mutiny is one of the most fucking insane things ever. It is, first off, here's a couple things. The bad guy's name is Calgon. Calgon. Everyone has some bizarrely kind of weird accent when you find out later it was filmed in South Africa. So all the spaceship scenes are filmed in a warehouse during the day. Just sunlight comes in. Everything looks like it's a boiler room. They literally ride around on go-karts. All the space battles are recycled Battlestar Galactica footage. The captain of the ship looks like Santa Claus. And then there's his teenage daughter who's 56. Someone dies in this movie. And then because of poor editing, is in her control panel seat later. Because they didn't bother to think she was already dead. I love everything about this. It's so bad. Please, if you do nothing else, I'm sure it's out there. It's on YouTube. The Space Mutiny episode is fucking incredible. Space Mutiny.
Anthony, what do you say about Space Mutiny?
The chance of me seeing this on Mystery Science Theater 3000 is high because I watch this all the time and I got a couple like box sets back there, but I can't remember it well enough. And
Big McLarge huge, beef
I'm
punch
going to imagine
beef.
the only reason this is good is because of Mystery Science Theater, not because of the movie itself.
No, yeah.
So,
No, the movie is just dog shit. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a running gag where they keep calling the big muscle bound guy just different tough guy names, but it's all like tank chest hair and rock punch beef. And I fucking laugh every time I hear one of them.
Get himself.
Chad,
Watch it.
what do you say about Space Mutiny?
Never heard of it.
I've seen a handful of Mystery Science Theater episodes in that. I've not seen this one.
Here's what you're gonna watch it. It's fucking great. It's so good. You're gonna thank me later.
Maybe not do a ranking of Mystery Science Theater 3,000 episodes. I will probably watch.
Dude, make that happen, please. I'm in.
Oh, it will probably happen at some stage. I'll put it on the poll. But hey, what do you say about Space Mutiny?
What Chad said.
Anthony, we go back to you.
All right. I'm between two. I don't know if I want to go with the comedy one that's trash, but I love, or the kind of insane one that I've watched recently. You know what? I'll do the comedy one. This is a movie I absolutely adore. Christina absolutely adores. We both love this movie and understand it is a poorly made movie because most spoof movies are poorly made. They are not well done. Their editing's terrible. But you know what this one has? It has Chris Evans, and it is not another teen movie because this movie is a straight up gem. Like, it's not well done, but how they sit there and spoof on all the other teen comedies at the time is really well done. Their casting is pretty solid, and just seeing Chris Evans be a kind of an asshole like he was in the entire 2000s, it worked. So I'm gonna pander to the wife a little bit, but also I love this movie. I can watch this over and over again and laugh every single time. So I'll throw that on the list because the other one I don't think is really not a bad movie in general.
But Chad, what do you say about Not Another Teen Movie?
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch this one like a ton or anything, but I do think it's somewhat enjoyable as far as the references and like, oh, I get that, stuff like that. Referencing every single thing. I think of all the, I don't know, scary movie and date movie and all that stuff. I think this is one of the more enjoyable ones. Sam Levine's in it, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I would say yes to this one.
It was going to ruin my joke. I was about to say about if Amu was here, he'll probably be under contract to say yes to this because Sam will hurt him. But with that being said, I've seen a little bit of this. I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and watch it all the way through. I've seen various clips and that, so I haven't seen enough for me to confidently say yes to it. But yeah, I mean, this is one that I do want to watch start to finish eventually. But yeah, Haley, what to say about Not Another Teen Movie?
Haven't seen it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Bill, what do you say about Not Another Teen Movie?
I have never seen it.
Wow.
Because here's how that happens. I love spoof movies because I love Hot Shots. I love Airplane. All the garbage that came out in the late 90s and early 2000s and is still somehow kind of coming out right recently is just none of it's ever funny. It's just, hey, let me make a reference. Remember this movie you saw? That's the joke. So
watch Not Another Teen Movie. I will rewatch it. You watch that.
But with that being said, I'm going to count mine as I've never seen it too, just because I haven't seen it completely. Which means it makes the list because Chad is the only one that has seen it and said yes to it.
Congratulations, guys!
Nice.
That made the list. So,
I mean, the amount of other ones that
I gave you guys Space Mutiny, you sons of bitches.
You really thought that was going to make it?
I mean, it really should have. If you'd seen it, you'd be like, "Oh my god, this is fucking incredible!" I knew I should have put Street Fighter in there.
Oh my god!
That would have made it.
I need to.
Can we just switch out one of these for Street Fighter then?
Can we switch one of these out for Mortal Kombat?
Oh, that
No,
was
only Annihilation.
I have not introduced a switch out rule yet. I'm considering it. I'm just
Oh.
Can we
wondering.
introduce it now?
That would be
I
interesting.
mean, if we all vote, can we all like just say
As I-
switch it out?
As I said, I'm considering it, bringing it in later, but I haven't quite worked out how it's going to work yet, so I'm not going to do it in the middle of a show.
Yeah, no, that's
Understandable.
But with that being said, Haley, did you have any honourable mentions?
The other one I was gonna pick was Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but I know that wasn't gonna make the list. That's all I'm gonna say. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. The other Mortal Kombat, Dungeons and Dragons.
Barely remember that movie.
Yeah, I'm now thinking of a bunch of really good ones. And
It always comes after. Full switch.
Paul, did you have any honourable mentions?
Yeah, let me go through the 15 of these here. Remo Williams, because it's fucking incredible. We should all watch it. Future War is another one. Holy shit. 1997. I can't even get into it. It's another great How Did This Get or Mystery Science Theater episode. Also, Hobgoblins. Holy Jesus. Fucking love it. So good. Never Too Young to Die is another one. John Stamos is basically James Bond's son, and he has to fight the hermaphrodite enemy that is Gene fucking Simmons.
what?
Yeah! Yeah, I figured none of you assholes would have voted for it, so I didn't put it
Well,
on there.
stand by while I write it down, though.
Yeah, no, so fucking, yeah, Never Too Young to Die is fucking wow. That was a movie. Street Fighter, obviously. Nicolas Cage's most Nicolas Cagey performance is actually in Deadfall. This movie is boring as fuck until he shows up and is a tsunami of insanity that I have no idea why they allowed him to carry on the way that he did on a film set. Like, I cannot do that justice. You just need to see it. Also, Catwoman is pretty horrendous. But it's like a slow motion train wreck. I gotta kind of watch it. The third Crow movie, Stairway to Heaven, with God, who was the Crow in that one? It was the Terminator kid.
Edward Furlong?
Edward Furlong is the Crow.
Oh my God.
Edward Furlong is the Crow. David Boreanaz is the bad guy. And for some reason, Kristen Dunst is a witch. What is this fucking movie? I don't know.
Sounds like
it's so bad. I fucking love it.
But Anthony, what is the somewhat your honourable mentions you had?
Three of the ones I don't know if they would have made it because I actually enjoy these, but they're just known as poor. Would be like Deep Blue Sea, especially Deep Blue Sea 3. If you haven't seen that, one of the death scenes, it might be the funniest thing I've seen in forever. I laughed hysterically when this dude died. It was great. Anaconda, favorite of mine. Congo, Dirty Work. Great comedy movie with Norm Macdonald. And then one that I don't think many people have known about, I've been talking to Bill, but I know even he hasn't seen it, would be called Dead and Breakfast, which is a sort of zombie musical where there's like one zombie that sings and raps throughout, kind of giving you an idea what's happening throughout the movie, which is shocking.
Jeez.
So it's actually fun, and I greatly enjoy the movie. So that would have been my other one.
Yeah, I would think they actually recreated the Deep Blue Sea moment in a Super Bowl ad this year. But Chad, did you have any honourable mentions?
Yeah, I mean, I was bad at this episode. I really tried, but when I made my list, I was like, this might work. But you know, with the level of everything that made it on the list, I don't think any of mine would really count. Maybe. So I had, let's see, what didn't I say? The Book of Henry. Just recently watched that. The Happening.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was I toyed with the idea of that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Jury Duty with Pauly Shore. I actually like that movie. One of my favorite movies, Hot Rod, but I think it's actually
that's just a good movie.
Too self-aware. That's right. I was like, it's too self-aware. Yeah, okay. The Master of Disguise.
God,
I forgot. I don't want to talk about that one.
A Night at the Roxbury.
Early for the Turtle Club.
and I had like Major Pain on there. I don't know. I had a lot of
That's
movies that
brilliant.
I didn't know where the level would be.
You just named too many brilliant movies to start with.
Yeah,
Major Pain is-
I mean,
Maybe I have good taste. I don't know.
that's
Hot
not
Rod's
good.
like literally one of my favorite comedies of all time.
What is it?
Hot Rod's legitimately one of my favorite comedies of all
Same.
time.
Same. Cool beans. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
some of the ones that popped up, like when I was doing the research for this, and a lot of these I really enjoyed myself. Wild Wild West was one that actually came up a lot on many
It's
lists.
pretty fucking terrible.
It's Christina.
But oh yeah, hey, I love Wild Wild West too. It's one that has and for some reason Tokyo Drift came up a lot too. I mean, I know some people just don't remember people from that movie. But I'm not naming names. But I think he's a boss somewhere. Godzilla '98 is one that's come up, and I actually do enjoy this. One that I probably would have got laughed at if I brought it up. 50 Shades of Grey is a bad movie, but I do
I would have
enjoy watching it.
I would have laughed.
And the last one I will talk about is Grease 2. I do actually have a lot of fun with. And yeah, but with that we get to the fun part of actually ranking these. So just to recap what's on the list, we've got Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Vampire's Kiss, Snakes on the Plane, Breaking Dawn Part 2, Showgirls, The Wicker Man, The Room, Birdemic, Troll 2, Batman and Robin, Jingle All the Way, and Not Another Teen Movie. So how we do this, we write down what we want for number 12, which I think most people do.
I wrote everything down because I didn't have a board handy. So
it's perfectly fine.
Oh my god, grow up. Get a
Why?
board. I'm just joking. Get a board. I know you have one.
No, I have. I couldn't find it in time. So
Your cat probably stole it.
no, I think I just put it away somewhere. So
Stardream Movie 43 didn't make the list.
That's not. Yeah, that was a whole no. I think it got no before you finished saying it.
no, that is that movie so bad you nuke it from orbit.
But Haley, what do you have for 12?
I put Not Another Teen Movie.
Bull, what do you have for 12?
Literally the same thing.
Anthony.
Birdemic, bad and worse.
Chad.
Yeah, I also put Birdemic.
I put Batman and Robin, so I guess it's down to me. But this is one of those ones in which I'm just going to pick one. I won't say what it is. You'll see it when it comes up.
Intrigue. Will we?
It's not another teen movie because it's typing it out really long.
Yeah, it's taking too long.
Or it could be
I mean-
Birdemic, colon, shock, and terror. That is also a long time.
True.
Yeah, I was about to say both one there,
Oh,
but
those are fucking okay.
Seriously, though, if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's really funny.
Fair.
Bull, what do you want for number 11?
I put Jingle All the Way for number 11. Because,
Anthony.
It's a good
I
movie.
just put Birdemic now. I erased the
You're
back.
just gonna keep but I know it's gone.
Bad.
Yeah, I also said Birdemic. So.
I'm sticking with Batman and Robin. Haley.
Well, you're gonna have to break another tie because I just said Jingle All the Way.
Oh, there. Jingle All the Way should be on this list. Let's just face it.
Let's
That's
see
why
how
I
many
put it
times
down
we
at
can
the
make Malcolm break a tie.
I mean, just because Bull sold it so well, I've got to put that at 11.
It's a good. It does not deserve to be on this list.
That's a fair argument.
It's kind of how I'm going.
This
with
is
it
where it
too.
gets hard.
I mean, this was always going to be hard when it came to the actual ranking part, just because how do you rank moves that are bad that you really enjoy?
Yeah.
Oh, I had this done in like seconds. This was easy.
I mean, you do it for a living as well, so.
It's like my whole thing, man.
That's just sick.
Anthony.
Birdemic. Nope and nope.
Chad.
Yeah, Birdemic.
Batman and Robin.
Guys,
Am I
erase
just
your
gonna be the
boards
one
and
that
bring
makes
something new.
ties? I'm gonna make ties the whole day. Batman and Robin.
Bull.
This is where I put The Wicker Man. Because I haven't seen it, so it's at the bottom of my list.
With that, Bull gets to break the tie this time.
Okay.
This is great.
Batman and Robin or Birdemic at number 10.
Batman and Robin goes number 10.
How's it stay?
Birdemic's my number 2. I got to keep it in.
That's your number 2?
Of course it's my number 2!
Wait, Jesus.
Hashtag spoilers. Alright.
I have seen The Wicker Man. I'm sorry. These are all blending together. It's just The Wicker Man is boring.
Yeah, I was like, you did say you see it.
Yes, I did. I know.
But Chad, what do you have for 9?
I changed it to Showgirls.
I've got The Wicker Man. Haley.
For the reasons Bill said, where it's like the only good scenes are the scenes that Nick Cage is doing Nick Cage, Wicker Man.
Bull.
For my number 9, I had Snakes on a Plane.
Anthony.
Birdemic, how is this still here?
Guys, let's make Birdemic number 1 just to piss Anthony off.
That The Wicker Man is going to be 9. All right. Haley, what do you have for 8?
Solely because I haven't seen it, Vampire's Kiss.
What do you want for 8?
This is where I put Batman and Robin.
Yeah. So I think I didn't explain this well. Once it makes a list, yeah. So this is more of a case of we make it like a collective top 12 list. So
well, then I'll just put The Wicker Man back in there.
Yeah.
Is The Wicker Man gone?
Wicker Man's at 8.
Oh, it's God damn it! Then I'll put Snakes on a Plane.
No,
trying to keep this like some kind of
right. So I've got
continuity.
2 for So I've got 2 for Snakes on a Plane. Anthony, what do you have for 8?
Seriously, people.
Chad.
Yeah, I changed it back to Birdemic.
Did you tie
I
it?
put Breaking Dawn Part 2, so I've got Break Tie. And there's no way I'm putting Snakes on a Plane this low.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
Man's gone. Jingle All the Way's gone. None of the team movies gone.
So just to recap what we've got left, we've got Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Vampire's Kiss, Snakes on a Plane, Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, Showgirls, The Room, and Troll 2. But Bull, what do you want for number 7?
Batman and Robin's gone too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to then stick with Snakes on a Plane then.
Snakes on a Plane.
It's a good movie. It shouldn't be in this list.
Anthony, what do you have?
Showgirls.
Chad.
I'll second Showgirls. I wrote something else though.
Well, what did you write?
I'll
I'm kind of curious.
You saw what you wrote.
Oh, I said Twilight, but I changed it to
I put
Showgirls.
Breaking Dawn Part 2. But Haley.
I put Vampire's Kiss. I kept it there.
But yeah, I'm going to go with what Chad officially said, which is Showgirls. But yeah, even though he did say he had Breaking Dawn, but yeah.
What do we have left?
So Showgirls is now off the list.
Yep.
All right.
Damn it, Bill.
Hey man, my number 2 is going. I don't want to hear shit.
No, you just make too much of a point, which annoys me. I didn't want to do what I'm doing right now, but You made a point that made sense.
Uh-oh.
I don't like it.
Oh no, you're gonna do something cold.
No, not that.
Haley, what do you have for 6?
I'm keeping it on the list until it goes.
Bull, what do you want for
I'm gonna do the
6?
same thing. Snakes on a plane.
Anthony,
Bill's friggin' point made sense. It's too good to be on this
Too
list.
good.
Chad.
Yeah, I said Twilight, which means it's going to be Snakes on a Plane.
I put Breaking Dawn Part 2, which means it's a tie in Haley.
Jesus.
I'm letting Breaking Dawn Part 2 get as high on the list as possible.
That's why
I'm
I said
sorry,
that.
Snakes on a Plane, but
Funny, that was doing the same thing for Snakes on a Plane.
All right, top 5 category time.
This is getting easier, actually.
Yeah.
So we've got Troll 2, we've got Hard to Get to Hawaii, Vampire's Kiss, and Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. And there's an echo somewhere.
There's what?
Yeah, I hear it too.
All right.
Right, Bull, what do you have for 5?
That's where I'm going to be putting Vampire's Kiss.
Anthony, what do you want for 5?
I'm putting different vampires in there. Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Chad.
Yeah, Twilight.
Just because I haven't seen it, I put Troll 2.
Changed it.
the Vampire's Kiss.
Back to Malcolm.
We are just pick the right one.
Yeah, pick one the vampire.
Just because I haven't seen it, I'm putting a vampire movie at 5.
Drum roll.
Well, I think we know which one you've seen.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like if you I said.
I feel like if you've seen Vampire's Kiss, it would be higher because it is batshit, but great.
I mean, I've seen trailers for Vampire's Kiss. I don't know if I
Yes.
want to see it.
Is Showgirls off?
Yeah.
Yeah, Showgirls is
Okay.
number 7. So we've got Hard to Get to Hawaii, Breaking Dawn Part 2, Troll 2, and The Room. I think we forgot to mention how good Brie Larson is in The Room. No, sorry, wrong room.
No,
no.
that movie
Drop the.
destroyed me.
I ain't watching that shit.
But with that being said, Chad, what do you have for 4?
Yeah, I stuck with Twilight.
I'm sticking with Troll 2. Haley.
Troll 2.
Bull.
This is where I put Twilight.
And Anthony.
Sorry, Haley. Breaking Dawn Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Twilight's gone. It did make the top 5, though. I mean, top
Which
4.
is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
This is not a part of the movie. It's part of the franchise, but I'm telling everyone, watch the whole franchise. You get battle scars.
Oh
I'm
my.
resting my board.
This is interesting.
These are 3 movies.
So this is.
And these, you know what? Each of these 3 deserve to be in the top 3.
They do. They are classics.
But I don't know real answer. I just had Troll 2. Haley.
Troll 2.
Bull.
Troll 2.
Wow.
Anthony.
Troll First Blood Part 2.
Oh my God.
And
I actually said Bill's movie because I haven't seen it.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry.
but now this time we are voting on what we want the number 1 to be out of The Room or Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
This is the greatest day of my life.
I don't know which one to pick. This is.
I already know which one to pick.
This is
There's
easy
only
as hell
one to
for
pick.
me. Easy as hell, dude.
This is
But,
the easiest thing ever. Malcolm,
I hate.
do it. You know what you have to do.
But Boom, what do you have for number 1?
I have to do why? Come the fuck on.
Anthony.
I hate myself so much.
Thank you.
Chad.
That's The Room. That's the best one. Come on.
Until you watch Hard Ticket to
It is The Room. Haley.
Haley.
Okay.
You gotta do it.
Okay. Until Hard Ticket to Hawaii puts out a midnight screening special that is an amazing experience with rules and everything, I'm picking The Room.
Oh.
Bill's heart just broke.
Bill, I tried. I tried. Do you want to do
wrong one? I'll tell you that right.
Together.
Next week, Bull's organising a midnight screening at a theatre.
I mean, there are midnight screenings of this. You need to go to Almel Draft House where they show this all the time. It's a blast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But with this being said, this is what the final list is. At number 12, we have Not Another Teen Movie. At 11, we've got Jingle All the Way. At 10, we've got Batman and Robin. At 9, we've got The Wicker Man. At 8, we got Birdemic, Shock and Terror.
Jesus.
At 7, we've got Showgirls. At 6, we've got Snacks on the Plane. At 5, we've got Vampire's Kiss. At 4, we've got Twilight Brain Dawn Part 2. At 3, we've got Troll 2. At 2, we've got Hard Ticket to Hawaii. And at number 1, we've got The Room. But this was a really fun list to do. Because it is just one of those ones that you like on other lists you don't really get a chance to talk about bad movies intentionally. But I'll have a poll up for what you want next week's topic to be on the Tape 3 page. Haley, where can people find you online?
Don't find me.
Oh damn.
Bull,
Where can people find your show about bad movies?
On Feature Presentation Productions on Earth. Took a bit of a brief respite, a hiatus, because life is kicking my ass for a little bit. But I will be new episodes will be coming out in the coming weeks. They're gonna be super fun. They're gonna be real bad. It's gonna get weird.
Weird is good.
Yeah.
Anthony, where can people find you online?
You can find me all over the place, but like he has a show there. I have a show on opening night Trivia League called Working Title, where you pitch a movie. So I'll give you a couple things, and you come in and you pitch and do whatever you want. Pretty much everyone but Chad has been on it. It's a lot of fun, and it requires no trivia knowledge. So that's about it. And then you can find me all over the social media. You can find me if you want. Everyone pretty much already has.
And Chad, where can people find you online?
Yeah, I don't have a show or anything, but I do letterbox stuff, reviews, lists, Chadwick Webb. That's pretty much it. I'm doing trivia and stuff around. I'm around.
And you can find me on Tape 3 hosting Rankum every Saturday is the usual day for it. My Saturday is just busy tomorrow, which is why I'm doing it today. Normally on Fridays we do Late Night Tape 3, which may or may not come back next week. I haven't decided that. Once the Showdown stuff starts next week, Reactor Summit will be here. We're going to break down the matches after they happen. And yeah, that is all the plugs. And until next time, everyone starts thinking it's Hard Ticket to Hawaii because why not?
Should have won. Hard Ticket to Hawaii should have won. It's bazookas and titties, Malcolm. How could you vote against bazookas and titties?